Welcome to Morning Momentum. Let's get this started. It's a gorgeous day with it being summer, less traffic on the drive. So let's just continue that energy moving forward. So today we're going to be talking about boundaries without guilt. I know for me, that can always be a struggle where we're always the yes man, the yes woman, always saying yes to things. But when we say yes to things that aren't really in our lane, we're not giving our best. So and we have to be okay with saying no. We say the word no is acceptable and it's okay. So high performers always struggle with this because we're always working hard anyways, and we're always have a lot of time. We all have the same amount of time. So we have to be very protective of our time. And you have to not be guilty about being protective of your time. And they always feel responsible for everything. We always feel that if we say no, it's a lost opportunity. And we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, right? We don't want to have anyone feel rejected. So the problem is that if we don't have boundaries, we eventually just become exhausted and just mentally overwhelmed. And the truth is, boundaries are not selfish. A lot of times people think, oh, if I say no to this or if I don't do this, then I'm being selfish because they really need my help. But boundaries are stewardship. Just like we should be good stewards of our finances, we need to be good stewards of our time and our productivity and all the other things. So there's a time for everything. There's a time and a season for every activity. We are in full-fledged real estate season right now. So we are in full-fledged HIIT workout right now where we're going hard. And life is designed with those rhythms. If we see the things, there's different seasons. We have 2 weeks of fall in Texas, 2 weeks of spring in Texas, and then summer and a little bit of winter, 1 week of winter. So, but we have those different seasons. So even in life is designed with those seasons. So in our business, we need to be designed with different seasons and have those boundaries. So work has a place and a time. Rest has a place and a time. I'm learning that and being intentional. Family has a place and a time. Clients have a place and a time. So when everything becomes urgent, because a lot of times we get that urgent phone call from our clients, we get that urgent phone call even from my daughter when she's like blowing up my phone and she's like, it's urgent. And I'm in the middle of a meeting and I pick up the phone thinking something's wrong. And she's like, I need you to sell me money because this is the last thing that's here and I need to get it right now. And I'm like, that is not an emergency. And if you keep calling me like this, you're crying wolf. I'm not going to answer your phone call anymore. So that has a place. We have to set boundaries even with our kids. But when everything becomes urgent, we're not able to give our best in those situations. And a lot of times we're dropping the ball and we're only giving, 50%. And I know all the people on here don't want to give less than that. So we need to shift our mind on, like I said, many people think if I say no, that's a missed opportunity, or they're going to be offended, or they're going to be upset with me. But the highest performers and top producers understand that if I never say no, then I can't say yes to the things that really matter. If we're holding on to the things of that little thing, we can't let go of it to accept and receive the big thing. So it's okay to say no. Every yes costs something. So when we say yes, we have to say no to something, and we have to be able to prioritize those things. So when you say yes to unnecessary meetings, or what I call a Pop-Tart agent. You get that phone call with the buyer. They're like, I want to see this house right now. I'm ready to go. You haven't pre-qualified them. You haven't filtered them. You haven't asked the motivating questions, their timeline. You just go and you show that house and you realize that they are nowhere near ready. So we have to be able to filter those things and say no. And yeah, they may be upset, but it's also setting those expectations that we're professionals. And as a professional, they're going to respect that. So when we're saying we get that phone call and they're like, oh, I want to go see this sign right now, and it's supposed to be your lead gen time, and you pop up and you go do that, you're losing other opportunities. So you're saying no to your lead gen and your prospecting, and you're saying yes to something that's not building income or building your business. So when we say yes to every interruption, you're saying no to your priorities. When we say yes to working around the clock, we're often saying no to our family, our health, our peace. And the goal is not to do more. It's not about doing more. The goal is about doing what matters most. So one of the biggest challenges that we have as realtors is we are just become addicted to being people pleasers because we want to please our clients. We want to please the people around us. We want to get that business, and it's being available. Like, oh, I want to be available for my clients. I want them to feel like they can depend on me. And that becomes your energy. Like you're trying to get your energy from that. And in reality, it's sucking the energy from you. So being busy is not always productive. I've even taken, oh, I'm busy. I've taken that out of my vocabulary, and I said it was productive. Yes, the day was busy, but was it productive? So if I can step back and say my day was productive, it's been productive, I'm productive, then I'm not just running around expelling energy. So don't answer those texts at midnight. If you are doing emails or texts, you can schedule them to go out the next day. I've had a client the other day that texted me at 11:30 because that's what time he gets off work. I did not answer him at 11:30. My phone is actually in do not disturb during that time. So I scheduled a text to go out the next morning at 8 a.m. And then I sent him an email that went out at 8 a.m. So that's creating those boundaries. And I didn't feel guilty about it. And they understand also, and they actually respect it that you have those boundaries. So when it's time for your family, when it's dinner time, don't check those emails, don't check those texts. Focus on the thing that matters at that moment. Focus on the thing that you're saying yes to at that moment. And it's hard. I completely understand. And when I'm at the dinner table and a text goes off, I would say, don't be like a trained monkey when you hear the bell, ding, ding. You're just like, oh, I got to check it. Don't be the trained monkey. Have those boundaries. Put your phone away. It's maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and you can get back to them at another time. Have those boundaries and don't be guilty about it, because the people that really matter in your life are the people that need your time and attention at that moment. Clients come and go, but your family and your people around you, those are going to be with you always. So our clients don't hire us because we're exhausted. And if we're saying yes to everything and we don't have those boundaries, we're going to be exhausted. They hire us because we're efficient and we're effective. And the most successful agents create those systems, those expectations, and schedules that allow them to serve at a high level without sacrificing themselves in the process. Elisa asks me all the time, how do you get so much done? It's because I'm very intentional with my time. If you come to my office, I have a do not disturb sign on my door, and that's my time to focus either on lead gen or if I'm on a meeting, because I'm giving 100% at that time. If I don't have that in, and before I would have people coming in and out of my office, and I wasn't getting anything done, and it was becoming exhausting because I was like, I don't know why I'm so exhausted, but I didn't get anything done for today. So being intentional with your time blocking from 9 to 11, I'm doing this. From 11 to 1, I'm doing this. From 1 to 3, I'm doing this. And you set those blocks of time. If you look at my calendar, it's a color-coded calendar for that time. And I have specific times for different things. And leadership knows not to schedule anything during this time because I'm doing this at this time. So, and get everyone else on the page too. With my family, they know that I'm in meetings. Monday is meeting Monday. So from 9 a.m., or I would even say from 8 a.m. all the way to 2 p.m., I'm in nonstop meetings, back-to-back meetings on Monday. So they know that I am not going to be available at that time. So, and I don't feel guilty about it. We're all on the same page. We all have that communication, and that's something that we all need to have. So our action item for today is, are we just busy? Are we productive? Are we being protective of our boundaries? So identify one boundary that would improve your life and business. One boundary. Are you taking phone calls after hours? We all know the title company's closed at 5, the lenders are closed at 5, banks are closed at 5. Is it really urgent? And is it really you wanting to feel needed also and feeling important when you take that phone call? Look at that boundary. I don't do business past 7 o'clock. I think only one time it's ever been an emergency when an agent was in a multiple offer situation in a foreclosure. So they had to have something that only the brokerage could do. That was it. Everything else can wait into the morning. And a lot of times when I don't answer the text within 30 minutes, it gets worked out itself. So think about that one boundary that we need to improve on. Are you checking your emails and your texts during dinner? Do you need to make a boundary for that? Blocking 2 uninterrupted hours for lead generations. Are you being intentional about that? Are you saying no to a commitment that doesn't align with your goals? That's where our 12-week year comes in. Is it one of our priorities? Is it one of our strategies? If not, then it needs to say no. So write down that boundary and commit to it for the next 7 days. No phone at the dinner table, no phone calls or text after hours, emails. Be very intentional about it. And that discipline creates that freedom. So as you move through your day today, as you move through your weekend today, remember this. You don't have to be available to everyone all the time. And you need to protect your energy, guard your priorities, and create rhythms and systems that allow you to thrive, not just survive. And I know so many times, especially when we're in full force real estate season, we just feel like we're surviving every day. That's been me for the whole month of May. I feel like I've been surviving every day. And because the goal isn't just about building success, it's about building a successful business and about building a successful life. And if you're exhausted all the time, you're not going to be able to build. Now, go make a great day. Be intentional about your yeses and your nos, and that's going to create momentum. And we know that momentum changes everything. Thank you so much. Happy Friday. I hope to see you all today at 10 a.m. Tessa Larson and Mike Brody will be showing some amazing insights in branding and marketing. I know that's something that we all need help with, and Tessa has done such a fantastic job of building her brand and her authentically her. All right. Have